because of the two people that actually watch YouTube. But I don't do it with the music because they always send me some stinking message saying, you do not have the rights to that music. And I'm like, duh. But I put it on the thing that I don't have the rights to music. So anyhow, look, I even have a wet rag because I'm messing with chicken today. And we don't want to cross-contaminate, do they? Because that's a pain in the ass for the lady who don't like me saying ass. Okay, so I took two chicken breasts. It's easy. 2 chicken breasts, and I cut them in half. Okay? There was actually 3 chicken breasts, but some went to the dogs. Anyhow, my dogs are spoiled. My raccoons are spoiled. Everything around here. Hi, Tyler. How are you? Again, whoever I don't see, I'm not ignoring you. Okay? Now, I've already started heating up the oil, so that's going. There's about 2 tablespoons of oil in the pan. I'm going to put some salt, and I'm going to put some pepper on the chicken and meat. It's always good to douse it. Okay, this I did the other day. Who's ever done this and put pepper on something when it's on the grill and had to rub it in and had the wind blow it in your face, burn your eyes? Man, I've been doing this for a long time, cooking outside, and still do doofy things like that. So we're going to salt and pepper it. Tonight's first night at Harbor Fest. I'll be out driving. Anybody wants to take my Uber. But, so I'll be out driving tonight. Okay, so we're going to throw that on there, and there we go. Salt and pepper, rubbed in, wet rag so we do not cross-contaminate. And we're going to put it in the pan with the oil. Ooh, bubbly. Or is it bubbly? As I was saying earlier, I think I mentioned my stepdaughter's here visiting. Hi, Amberlyn. And she's up visiting for a couple of days, going to fireworks at Harbor Fest tomorrow night. We actually sit in Fort Ontario. It's really cool. So, okay, now that that's going, we're going to start on the sauce, okay? Wait a minute. Let's not cross-contaminate the pan. I know, get over it. But anyhow, okay. Bowl is over here. So, for this, we're going to use ketchup, soy sauce, garlic powder. You know I use garlic powder a lot. I did not use it on the chicken. I want more of the chicken taste with this one, okay? We're going to use some brown ginger. We're going to use some brown sugar and some hot sauce and some soy sauce. I think it's in hot sauce twice, but oh well. So, first, let's throw about a 1/4 cup of ketchup in here. Now, I might add more. You might sweating pretty bad in here. You might add more if you want. If you want more of the tomatoey paste, the kind of tomatoey tasty stuff like that. So let's put a 1/4 cup of ketchup in there. Now me, I like the tomatoey paste, so I'm going to add another 1/2 cup, which makes it actually more like the 1/3 of a cup. But to make it like more of the hotness, I'd use a 1/4, okay? Now we're going to use a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. My stepdaughter had to go get this for me. Talk about ill-prepared. But I had to go pick up my van, which was at the shop today. So, okay, now we're adding that to it. Next, we're going to have some brown sugar. Brown sugar, just like a young girl said now. Carlene, hello. Folks, I know Tiffany Folks, and I know a few Talamos. So, welcome, by the way. So, we're going to make, this is where it gets sweet. Now, we're going to add, oh, hey, Pat, how you doing, buddy? We're going to add a tablespoon of brown sugar. I add a little bit more, like a heaping tablespoon of brown sugar. Now, if you like it a little more on the sweet side, add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, okay? And hot sauce. Ooh, the hot sauce. We're going to add, okay, I'm going to make this a little on the hotter side for us. I'm sorry, honey. I'm going to add, now normally if you want just like an average, kind of a chicken wingy-ish, I'm going to add 3. You only add 2 if you don't like it on a little bit more of the hot side. Wow, thing. Anyhow, So anyhow, we're going to do that. And last but not least, this is the ground ginger. Unless you use ginger. Hi, Tom. How are you? Unless you use like the ginger root, you can use that yourself. I use the ground ginger because, well, I don't feel like grinding the ginger. It's actually really cheap, the root, though. So we're going to add 2 teaspoons of this. Then we got one more thing left for the sauce, and then we're going to whisk it. That's garlic powder. Adds 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. So, like I said, this is pretty simple. Yeah, 1, and you got 2. And then we're going to just mix that up. We're going to heat it up, and we'll be good to go. So, anyhow. So, how many of y'all actually watched that Mueller, or whatever it is, trial thing? Try to mix it up first. Then we got to heat it up and melt the brown sugar and all. Anybody watch that? I watched part of it. So there's this dude on there who says, I will try to talk slow. So Mueller's sitting there going, okay. Well, let me tell you something. They ought to really drug test these people. 1 second, please. I think they ought to drug test these people some more. This dude was like the damn Roadrunner. It was like Tigger talking to Eeyore. So the guy's like, Mr. Mueller, I will try to talk slow for you. So on book 2, section 3, page 22, you said on there that President Trump wasn't only mean, but he was not mean. And then you said to him he was bouncy, trouncy, fun, 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 fun. And of course, Mueller, being more like Eeyore, just looked at him and went, can you repeat that, please? He goes, did you or did you not say that President Trump was a little bean and was that on page 23 of the book 2 that was bouncy, trouncy, fun, 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 fun? And Mueller's like, no. I couldn't believe how fast he was talking. It's like, man. I mean, my stepdaughter's home. That's like talking to her. You ought to check it out sometime. Oh, man, she's quick with the talking. Okay, we're going to heat that up. You just make it boil a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to look at our chicken. Look, it looks great. Oh, I think I brought everything today, so I won't need my parts fairy to come in. So let's flip these over. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Tom. Did I say hi to Tom? Well, I said hi to Tom. You know, my mother's maiden name was Hall. My birth mother, that is. Her name was Hall. We may be related. We're cousins. So, okay, now that's going. I'm going to grab another pan, which is over here. I got the French fries. We're going to make some cheese sauce to go with the French fries, okay? Now, here's the tricky part, the fun part. Not only is it going to be the cheese sauce that's going on that, but when we're done with it, I don't know if Evil's watching. Evil Kitty, you watching? Meadow? And we're going to take some of the cheese sauce and actually put it on the chicken. Amazing. So anyhow, I have, if you get the big packs of Velveeta cheese, it's like 16 ounces of cheese. And you cube it up in little cubes. Now, it's always funny. You got to cube it up in a little cube, but you got to sit together. So, and then once we get this broke up a little bit, I even have a little chicken here, so I set it aside for the puppies because I always feed my puppies at the end. Hi, Anita. If you missed anything, I will repeat some of this. I usually do a couple times. So this is 16 ounces of small cubed Velveeta cheese. And you know, you don't have to use Velveeta. You can use Great Value or Food Club or whatever. But I got this on sale for like $3.75 a brick, you know. So I bought it. I like to keep things simple. I like to keep things inexpensive. Who wants to go spending a bunch of money? Well, I know a couple people, but I ain't one of them. I'm a cheap ass. Okay, so once that's broke up, we're going to add, I didn't bring a knife, so I'll just use a spoon. We're going to cut up a little bit, a half a pack of cream cheese. What? Cream cheese? Yep, cream cheese. So we're going to break that up a little bit, put that in the pan too. Then we'll let this melt. Let's see, how's our sauce doing? Not bubbling yet. It smells really good. So now, today we were watching TV a little bit. I was outside doing some stuff, got hot, came in, took a break, and there's this program on. It's called like The Talk. I don't know if y'all ever seen The Talk. All of a sudden they said, here she comes, our special guest, Charo. Now y'all know who Charo is, right? Because maybe some of you younger people are like, who? Is that a Ninja Turtle? But so she comes out and she's like, oh, you know what I'm doing in that thing, and you know what I'm doing, and when I was doing it, the two police come in and I get mad at me to do it. And then this girl at the other end of the table at part of the show, and she's sitting there going like this, I'm just like, you don't understand the things she's saying, because I don't understand the things she's saying. But she's like humoring her, going, It's like, yep, that's kind of what we do when I eat. So, there's a little girl. She's here now. Okay, so I'm actually cooking this up now. That already is boiled. Now we're going to let it boil a little bit more after you stir it, because we actually want the brown sugar to melt in it, okay? So once that's done, see, now I only have 2 burners. We're going to put this cheese on it. Now that's it. Now, if you want it thinner, you can add a little milk, which I'm actually going to add just a touch for now. Now, I got a lot of milk in there, but I don't feel like bringing a gallon in this warm out. So I'm going to add like maybe 3 tablespoons of milk to mine. But if you don't, hi, Shelly, hi, Kim. If you don't, welcome. I'll repeat a few of these things. And another Shelly. 2 Shellys in a row, first time for the show. So I will repeat it, but now there you go. That's it. That's all I'm putting in there. A little milk, a little cream cheese, and 16. It's 8 ounces, or no, yeah, 16 ounces of the regular cheese, and 4 ounces of cream cheese. It's a half a brick of cream cheese. Now this should be pretty much. Yep, that looks good. That's done. So now we're gonna put that on there. Let that melt. I gotta stir that on a little bit too. Use non-stick pans, they're awesome. Okay, let me clean up the cream cheese. Can you cross-contaminate with cream cheese? Yeah. So anyhow, okay, the chicken is getting done. Oh, hello. It smells good. I know, it blew in my face. So, let me check it. You want to make sure the quick or the jukes, as Meadow would say. She's in Australia. You make sure it's cooked, because you don't want salmonella or none of them things. Now those look good. Now it's easy. I mean, you catch this boneless, skinless chicken breast on sale, okay, and you can get it for like $1.99 a pound, or even cheaper sometimes. Smoke. I don't smoke. Just kidding, Billy. Billy and I worked at quite a few power plant shutdowns together. And so, anyhow, that's going. Now, what I got to do now is I'm going to move the sauce over. I'm going to put this top here for now. And I got to take the chicken out of the pan. Yeah, the problem with like a smoked pork butt, if I don't get it smoked first, I don't have a way of smoking it where people can see though. At some point though, maybe in the future, I'm gonna like try to smoke things and let people see beginning and end. Do like a separate video. I'm gonna try to do that. That's not a live video. Okay, so we're gonna set these aside real quick. Crap. I'm going to flip this one. It don't look quite done. I'm going to leave those 2 in, but I'm going to set these 2 aside for now. Now, let's see if this is melting to where I can stir it yet. I have to stir the pot. Let's see. Ooh, it's starting to. Okay. So the cheese sauce is starting to melt. Now that the cheese sauce is starting to melt, guess what we add to the cheese sauce? Bacos. Okay, they're cheaper in dishes of Bacos. Now, if you don't want to add bacon, don't add bacon to it. I like having bacon in it. Let's see. Well, dump the amount you want. I put in probably about 1/8 of a cup. But because my stepdaughter's home and she loves bacon. Hi, Shirley. Is that a good? Shirley, yes. Shirley, I will repeat what I've cooked near the end of this here because it's getting close to the end. So, all right, that one looks pretty good. I'm going to leave that one there a couple more seconds. See, what I'm doing after this, I'm going to flip that one more time. What I'm going to do after this is done is I'm going to empty out the grease into this bowl. And we're going to dip it into our sauce that we made here. And also, that's pretty much done. I just want to give it a little extra time, you know. Cheese sauce is melting. Everything seems to be on schedule. I still have to pick up my van yet tonight. Okay, so now, you see all this grease and all this oil and all? We don't want it anymore. You know what? I'll probably throw this on some bread for my raccoons. Or gray fox. Last night we had an actual gray fox at the raccoon feeders. That was like wicked cool. The things that thrill us old people. So anyhow, now you take the chicken breast and we're going to just flip it around, coat it, flip it around. This you can all do on the grill, by the way. And because I had to use the other thing, I didn't do it at home. Got it. Now we're going to stick it back in the pan, cook it a little longer, okay? Let's see how we get that. So we just stir it around in there. There should be sauce left over, so if you want to put it directly on your sandwich, you'll be fine. Okay? Now you don't really have to cook this at a high temperature either. You just want it to be like saucy. Is that a word? Saucy. Every time I go to Taco Bell, I say chimichanga. They don't have chimichangas, but I tell them I just like saying chimichanga. So I go to Taco Bell, I go, do you have any chimichangas? And the one lady there, like the manager, says, chimichanga. Kind of funny. Funny to me. Okay, so that's cooking now. Now we got to make sure we don't burn our cheese. Well, let's burn our cheese over here and take a peek. There we go. It is melting away. This week. Okay, so it's a nice non-stick pan. It usually doesn't stick. Sometimes it still does. Not my. Okay, now, like I said, look for the consistency you want. Okay, if you want it to be, I added about 3 tablespoons of milk. If you want it to, hi Cheryl, Andy, what's up, bud? Hi Sherry, that's my sister. And if you want it to be a little thinner, then add a little bit more milk, which I probably will do to this. If you want more Bacos, which I'm not going to add any more right now because I know my stepdaughter will want more. She's actually my kid. I just call them my kid because they're really just my kids. But that's what happens when you have them long enough. And I don't mean literally have them. I'm not lactating right now. But so, oh yeah, that fits. Hey, put the square peg in a round roll, would you? So anyhow, so that's gonna still melt. See, like I said, you'll have some of the sauce left over, and all, which you can use for if you want more sauce on it. Okay, I'm gonna put this out here. So, okay, so while everything is kind of cooking now, I'm gonna repeat what I made. Okay, everybody ready? Okay. First, okay, let me check this again. Okay, good. I turned the heat down on that. We're letting it more like simmer. We don't want it to like really, really cook. We just want it to like hard, get that like a coating on it, a good coating. So anyhow, for the sauce, I use 3 tablespoons of hot sauce, quarter cup of soy sauce, quarter cup of ketchup, teaspoon of ginger, teaspoon of garlic powder. I did not use garlic powder on the chicken itself, just salt and pepper, and tablespoon of brown sugar, like a heaping one. If you want a little more sweeter than the hot, that. Now another cool trick you can use if you want, add like 2 tablespoons of honey, and man, that'll give it a little bit of extra sweetness. For this, it was easy enough. 16 ounces of cheese, about 3 tablespoons of milk, and probably a third of a cup of bacon bits I got in here now, and a half a brick, which is like 4 ounces of cream cheese. Look at it, it's almost done. Everything's going pretty good. Like I said, I still got to pick up my van. By the way, I'm going to pick up my van, and my stepdaughter is going with us. Okay, my daughter. Anyhow, Emberlyn is going with us, so we will be driving down County Route 1 from 104, kind of taking that little side road down County Route 1. So I just want to warn anybody heading that way that Emberlyn is following me. And, well, you might want not to go that way. Wondering right now, she's probably like, seriously? Okay. So now, look. Now I'm going to flip this. And just to get it on the other side, cook some. And flip it over. Just to kind of cook it a little bit on that side too more. And there. Hi, April. There's my daughter. Kids are coming out of their woodwork. Good Lord. How's everything? How's my grandkids? Tell them hi. Love them all. Love y'all. Okay. Cheese sauce. Double check. It should be pretty near done. Pretty near. Okay, a lot of people ask me. I was stationed down in like upper Florida area, and somehow it had to be there that I picked up like kind of a southern accent a little bit, which Lynn doesn't like much, but she got used to it. So I'm actually not like from the South at all. I just picked it up somehow. And so that's one of those answers to a lot of questions. People are like, oh, you're from the South. And I'm really not. I'm from New York. Other questions, are you Italian? I am not Italian. I wonder where Rob is tonight. Rob, I don't know if you're watching. It hasn't showed up that you are. But if you are, I hope the cat's watching. Rob Porter comes on and watches. Mad Dog, actually, we call him, because he plays Battle Pirates with us. And he comes on, and his cat, every week, watches the show. He's like, every week. It's like 6 months old. Getting paint for the house. Oh, you're going to paint, huh? So, hello to the cat. The cat's like 6 months old or something. Or 10 weeks. What was it, 10 weeks or 12 weeks? But anyhow. Okay. That chicken should be done. The cheese sauce should be pretty near done. I'm going to turn the chicken off. The thing is, if you don't keep it warming with the cheese sauce, though, it'll turn into like a brick. So, anyhow. So, let's see what she looks like. We got our plate. I got these wicked cool buns. Aren't they cool? I like getting these for when I do chicken breasts. And sometimes because A, I get them on a discount rack and they're cheap as hell. And B, they actually like look cool for a chicken breast. So let's look here and not burn my dog. Let's take one of these bad boys. You can actually call it the bad chicken. I had a truck. We called it the bad chicken. Okay? Okay. We put the chicken on there. There we go. And we got this big spoon. Now watch this trick. Look at this cheese. Look. We're going to take. Look at what we're doing. Oh, my Lord. I'm making a mess. I'm going to throw some cheese sauce on there, too. Hi, Fred. Okay, so cheese sauce. I think I already said what it was. I'll repeat it just in case I missed something. 16 ounces of cheese, 4 ounces of cream cheese, 3 tablespoons of milk, and about, I don't know, maybe a quarter cup of Bacos. Man, that's just not coming off there, is it? That's cheesy. Where's Meadow? Meadow loves cheese. Okay, so once you get that on there, now we'll set these aside a little bit. We're going to grab ourselves some Frenchy fries. Cook them in our air fryer. Just I love that air fryer. Okay. Ooh, almost lost one. My bottle was right there. Trust me, it would not last long. He's a quick one. Okay, so we got the fries on there, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to use the cheese sauce. Again, look at it. It is cooking. Let me just mix it up a little bit. Another quick note, do you remember on the cheese sauce too? A lot of times, if you leave the lid on there, the top won't get hard on it. So it's always good to kind of leave the lid on of the pan. Now, I can guarantee you, my other kid who was in the living room there watching too, is going to add more Bacos. If you want more Bacos, add more Bacos. Okay? Okay. So, with that, take a look at that. Spicy barbecue chicken with cheese sauce. And loaded fries with a cheese sauce and Bacos. That, my friends, is today's show. Any questions? Any concerns? And one last thing. I got to feed my dogs. Boppy. Come here, bud. Get up here and get it. Give me a kiss first. Give me a kiss. No, you got to give me a kiss. Attaboy. And here comes Bella. Come up here. Y'all see Bella? There's little Bella. I had trained her a little bit. She'd bite your fingers off. You had a piece of meat when she was younger. I'm not even kidding you. She would take your fingers off. And also, okay. So for that, that's the show. Taste of Terry once again. I'm going to cover that up. All the burners are off. Everything is cooked. We are great. Sharon, how's it going, bro? How's the wife and kids and everybody? If you missed the show, I repost the show, and it will be on my regular page as well as the Taste of Terry page. And today it is on YouTube. So at the cashier. Oh, thanks, kid. So with that, I'm going to say good night to everybody. Hope you're going to Harbor Fest. If you are going to Harbor Fest, if you are